Hi, Rasinka! Sorry, I started the stream and I had to step away for a second. Oh. Alright, let me just fire a text to Matt real quick and then I think we're about ready to go. Okay. Log in. Okay, here we go. Finally, all set. Rasinka, my day has been pretty good actually. You know, for a Thursday, it was a productive day, and I don't know, feeling pretty jazzed up tonight, actually. So it's good that I streamed today, or I'm streaming today instead of Tuesday, because I was feeling way more burnt out on Tuesday, and just took forever to get all my shit done. But yeah, life is good. How are things going with you, Rasinka? How is life? Alright, well, may as well just get right to work. We need this, so we will continue to gather as much dark oak as we can whenever it's here. Alright, sweet. That's one tree down. So, I have no idea what the plan is for tonight. Oh, Birdstar! Thank you, Bird, for 250 bits! Jeez Louise, Bird. Rasinka, you're okay? Been a butt crook? A bit crook? I guess I do not know what that phrase means, Rasinka. Been a butt crook, a bit crook? That's a new one for me. But you know, well, hopefully things improve, and you know, it goes from butt crook to amazing. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Wow, man. I'm really sorry to hear that, Rasinka. I'm sending all the positive energy in the world your way, and you're gonna just start feeling great right now. So you literally just got home, Bird? Watching on your phone and throwing me 250 bits from your phone? Yeah, thanks, Bird. Okay. It's amazing how much dark oak you get from just cutting down a few of these trees. Who what? Hello, Owl. How are you doing tonight? How's life treating you, Owl? Yeah, for me, it's actually been a productive week. I guess I've just had a level of focus this week that I haven't had in a while, and I kind of have had to because just so much shit is hitting the fan, and I'm super busy, and I've got to travel back out to San Francisco next week. I have to hold a training session for a bunch of clients, and oh my god, just so much to do. So I just got like laser focused this week. Got a bunch of my development tasks done, and yeah. Starting to turn around. Unfortunately, after the next couple of weeks, the intensity at work is going to die down at least a little bit. So I can catch my breath and all that good stuff. Okay. Alrighty, just cut a little bit more down here. Not butt crook, at least. Yeah. Well, glad to hear. Yeah, it's weird. When I skip a Tuesday, it's like, it's been 4 days since I last streamed, and it feels like a long time. What was that Windows jingle for? I heard a Windows jingle. Oh well. I always worry when I hear that, like, oh, something important has crashed and your PC is on fire. Ha 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 ha. So anyways, obviously the main project we got going is the giant tree that we are putting above ground over our stronghold. So that's an obvious thing I could put some work on. Or put some work into, rather. Oh, hey. You hear the skeleton? It's totally cooking in my mob farm. This thing doesn't barely work anymore because of the changes to water mechanics. It was the tried and true bunch of canals in a dark room, and the dudes just walk around the room and fall into the canals because there's a bunch of trapdoors. And then they go down and they get killed by a lava blade. Alright. Silk touch, fortune 2. Well, you know, fortune 2 is better than fortune 0, so may as well do this. God damn it. Hate it when that happens. Yeah. Man, these things barely dropped any saplings this time. What's up with that? Is it because I didn't go around mining it with fortune? Yay, a sapling. So yeah, see, one run at those trees, 4.5 stacks of dark oak. Oh god. Oh, alright, I gotta check this. So, my wife texted me from the other room. Flagstaff. So, we've been getting rain here in Arizona, in Phoenix. It's been raining all day from the early this morning until now. It's still raining. And it was 42 degrees when I got home tonight, which is like incredibly low for around the time I get home. And it's supposed to get down to freezing tonight. And there's an actual slim chance Phoenix, Arizona might get snow tonight. Which would be like a, you know, once or twice in a lifetime type of thing. And apparently Flagstaff got record snowfall. So that's what my wife was sending me. Record snow in Flagstaff. We might have to go there this weekend. Yeah, see, I'm wondering on our giant tree if we should just mix a bunch of different leaf types in. Instead of doing the whole thing, like, just all uniform and just doing oak leaves or whatever. I bet the tree would look a little more interesting if we, you know, mixed and matched. Because at that scale, like, I don't know. You know, you might expect a tree to have some variation in its leaves throughout the canopy. I hope I get snow too, Rusinka. Like, that would be amazing if we got snow, so... Thank you for hoping. Maybe your hope will turn into actual snow. Okay. Just getting all the dark oak leaves. We need as many saplings as we can get. There, I just texted my wife back. Ermagerd! Wait, you've got a cyclone heading your way. Damn. A cyclone is... Is that what you guys refer to? Or what we refer to as hurricanes? Because, like, hurricanes are typhoons in other part of the world. And is it a tornado and a cyclone the same? Or is a cyclone another term for hurricane? Yeah, we just call them hurricanes and tornadoes. One and the same with hurricane. Okay. That would make sense. I don't know, what other parts of the world get tornadoes besides the United States? Is that common anywhere else? Or is that unique to, like, more or less unique to America because of the geography and in the middle of the United States and the large expanses of flat plains that allow cyclones to form? I don't know. Okay, well, what to do now? You know what? Let's just cut some wood. Why not? It's a good time for more dark oak to grow. Give me some other wood types that I no doubt need. So yeah, this is our tree farm at this base is just this whole area here. And I marked out everything with planters, so it's guaranteed that we plant everything right back in the exact spot again. You get them there, but you're so sparsely populated that you don't always notice. Yeah. Yeah, we get nothing in Arizona except for dust storms. Well, and apparently snow in northern Arizona. So, there you go. Okay. Do. Man, I hear some pissed off spiders below me. Well, we are going to do right by this base. There we go, we've already got 3 of them. The fuck was that? Oh, was that a zombie transforming?
What's
What's up, Matt? Ah. How was the snowboarding trip?
It was very good.
Awesome.
Yeah, had a lot of fun. I ended up getting a little hurt, but not in the way you would expect getting snow.
You hurt your penis?
So, nope, I froze my uvula.
Your uvula?
Yeah.
How did you freeze your uvula? Did
That's
you
a great question.
swallow a lot of snow?
I think it was like 5 degrees outside, and I'm going down the hill, and it may have something to do with a lot of drinking.
A lot of what? You cut out at the end there.
It may have something to do with a lot of drinking.
Ah, yes.
So, but yes, froze, injured, and infected my uvula.
Wow. Just get it removed. Just like tonsils.
Yeah.
Just remove the uvula.
Yeah.
You know, I used to think my uvula were was my tonsils. I didn't know the difference when I was but a wee lad. Be like, oh, you're gonna have your tonsils removed, and when they said that, I thought that, you know, the tonsils, the dangly thing in the back of your throat.
But it was a lot of fun. Drank a lot, spent a lot of money, did an escape room, met a lot of pretty cool guys that have some. I mean, they're all YouTube, you know, so they've all got crazy amount of followers on YouTube and Twitch, Discord, and so.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Is it like when you're big enough on YouTube, like you just kind of the big YouTubers just kind of band together as a merry group?
I think so.
Or did they know each other before all of that, and then they all?
No.
Yeah.
No. They definitely met each other after.
That's cool. Alrighty.
It was funny because we used Discord to sort of coordinate because, you know, they all use Discord.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a good platform for that kind of stuff.
So we were using Discord to sort of like communicate stuff. So when we initially signed up, everybody had their username posted. And mine was, of course, Emperor of Nigeria. So they had to change they changed everybody's username to their actual names because it was like, all right, this isn't gonna...
Yeah.
But I did get a lot of good compliments.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, everybody wanted to send me money, and I'm not sure why.
Well, I mean, it's that Emperor effect. So let's see, Rasinka and Bird, they both say hi. Al says they can't remember the dangly thing's use. The uvula. I don't know. I think it's just to like help you swallow food, like push food down your throat or whatever.
Push food down your throat.
Probably water too.
So yeah, so now everything is like swallowing glass, which is fun. So apparently you can injure that, freeze it, and then get it infected. So if it's ever below 5 degrees Fahrenheit and you're skiing down a mountain, chances with your mouth open, screaming obscenities at one another, there might be a chance that you injure that little thing.
Yeah, it sounds plausible. And Rosinka says that she's trying to convert her girlfriends to Discord, and it's not going well. Sorry, Rosinka.
I could post some super sexy chests, if that'll help.
Yes, that is what will convince them to join Discord. Just pictures of a gross nutsack.
I said my chest, not my nutsack. But I mean, if they're in a nutsack,
is there a difference?
I think one's illegal. You're being chased by a guardian or a phantom. 2 of them, actually.
That is great news. That means I can.
Multiple ball sacks.
Means I can get some.
3 of them, actually.
Nutsack. Oh, come on. My arrows are limp. Limp arrows. Sweet, that's 2 there. I love Fortune Man. Or, well, looting in this case, I guess. Alright, come on. Where are you? Okay, here we go. Coming right for me. Oh, whoa, what the?
Alright. I gotta go take the little dog out real quick. He's got a potty.
Okay.
Be right back.
Cool. Oh, come on. Where, oh, where? So I guess it's the nursing home that we need these phantom membranes more at the moment, but still. Shouldn't pass up this opportunity. That's 6. Sweet. Oh, that was awesome. Chesticles, yes. That's right. That's what I should have said. Chesticles. Well, we will be able to, I think, get quite a bit more on the tree. Yeah, with everything we've gotten so far, I think that'll bring it up another, I don't know, 6 levels or something. Okay, did I miss? I feel like I missed a log. Nope, I didn't miss a log. Last 4. Yeah, I'm glad we opted for Dark Oak. That's definitely going to, we're going to be able to get there the fastest. No doubt. Okay, what was that? Oh, wait, no, there's one here. There. Alright, we are all replanted over here. Wait for a few more of these saplings to drop. Boy. Did I hear more phantoms? I thought I heard more phantoms there for a second. Okay. I just keep adding more leaves to this tree. They don't want to dissipate. Yeah, there's a sound effect in the song that briefly sounds like the sound of phantoms spawning in, and there's that like little whooshing sound. Like as they all descend and they flap their stupid phantom wings. There we go, 26. 728. Ugh, come on. Alright, well, let's call that good. I think 28 is enough.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. Alright, I'm just harvesting trees to fuel our giant tree. Doing alright on that. And just harvesting some other shit while I'm at it. More spruce. So what day did you get back? Have you been working all week, or were you out?
Yeah, I got back Sunday.
Ah, gotcha. How's work going?
Good. I put in my notice probably tomorrow or Monday. Haven't decided.
Wait, why are you putting in your notice already?
I think I told you there's some just shit going. Or did I not?
No, you did not.
Oh. Yeah, my boss is kind of not a good person, so I've decided to look for something else, and an opportunity presented itself, and it's hopefully better, so let's see where it goes.
Yeah. Well, if you could wave a magic wand, what do you think your perfect job would entail? Like a job that you would never want to leave?
I don't know. I honestly don't know anymore, because I don't know.
Yeah. And that's perfectly fine. It's probably a more respectable answer than... Yeah, I think a lot of people think that they know exactly what they want in a job, and if they just achieve it, they'll be happy, but it's the fucking nature of work, man. It's called a job and work for a reason, because it sucks.
I really want to be a police officer, and that's actually what I'm striving for right now. I'm going to maybe apply to the academy at the end of this year.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. So in the meantime, I'm just going to find something that works.
Well, cool.
So I found an hourly gig that I can work at for the time being. It pays really well, and yeah.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, just take it one day at a time and see what life throws at you.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never really come across the perfect job. Honestly, I think the perfect job would be a job where I had a good team, where I could work with other people who I enjoyed working with.
Yeah.
So my current situation is my boss is, well, number one, we just lost a huge contract the company did because of poor performance. Nothing I had to do with it, but it obviously affects everybody.
Yeah.
So they have to obviously make some cuts. But my boss, all he does is, I really don't know what the fuck he does, but he basically sits back in his office and says horrible things about people all day long, about other people.
Other people he works with, or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
Just other people in general.
Just a negative Nancy, huh?
He's just an asshole. And then there's another employee, this lady who works for us, who just started, but she's kind of one of those people that she tries to get people to play off her sympathies, and she gets what she wants that way. And it's like really, really bad because I won't put up with her shit, and she's incredibly passive aggressive towards me. But she kisses his ass, so she gets whatever she wants. And it's just a really super unhealthy relationship. Like, he's getting her a company phone, and nobody else in the company gets a company phone. Like, he's giving her money out of his wallet to pay for clothing because she can't afford it or some shit. Like, super unhealthy relationship. So there's just all kinds of shit going on that I'm just not on board with.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to find a job where, you find an actual genuine good group of people that, you get along with, and that, everyone works hard, and most jobs there are.
He referred to one other female employee as a bitch, straight up. Like, I think my second week I was there, he's like, "Yeah, she's a bitch." I'm like, "Wow, okay, that's professional." He also referred to a African American coworker as a NI. You know what?
Wait, really?
Yeah, it really did.
God damn, man! It's still kind of shocking to me that people this day and age would feel comfortable saying that.
He did it in a joking way, but he was kind of like testing the waters. Like, it was definitely, like, at first I was like, wow, wait, like, I know you're joking right now, but that's still not appropriate. So it's just he's not somebody who I really want to work for. He's a piece of shit. He's not a good person.
Sounds like it.
So I've just decided that is not someone who I want to. That, and I really don't think I'm going to have a job with them in 6 months anyway, because of the loss of their big contract. They can't afford to keep me on, so the writing's kind of on the wall,
Okay, well, makes the decision easier.
It does, yeah.
Rosinka says, you need a new boss. Is that something you could mention in an exit interview?
So I thought about using it, like letting them know in an exit interview about some of the stuff that happened. However, another employee recently complained about some of those same issues, and he has been. They separated the two individuals. One of them was the female who I mentioned, but the one who reported it is the one who he referred to as the bitch. Like, so he's one of those people that will retaliate against individuals who do file complaints, even though they have a quote-unquote no retaliation policy. So, it's just not worth it. Because, yeah, I'm leaving the company, but it's a small town and it's a small community, and it's just not worth it. It's really not. So, just decided that town knew. So I found something that pays hourly until the end of the year and apply to the police academy and see where that takes me. And of course, applying for a police job, I'll be literally cutting my pay actually more than half. I'll be taking more than a 50% pay cut. But it's something that I feel passionate about, and it's something I want to do.
Well, more power to you. I guess I'm glad there are people out there that want to do that work, because I could not imagine dealing with asshole people. And yeah.
Well, I mean, dealing with asshole people is part of the job, but also being, someone who's honest and goes by the rules. Like, I'm just tired of seeing stories about, bad cops and people who get shot under terrible circumstances. Like, what we need is just people who are willing to stand up and say, all right, I'll do the job because, I care about my community.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it is unfortunate that there are so many people in law enforcement that, abuse their position. I mean,
yep.
I'm sure there's many more good cops than there are bad cops, but that position of authority really amplifies the problem, even if there's only a few. Like, oof.
Yeah, but I'm one of those people that if there's a problem, then go out and fucking fix it. Stop bitching about it. Bitching about it ain't fixing nothing. Go out and do something.
Fix the problem. Fix police unions. Man, they're the ones that have set up a whole fucking racket where like nobody can face repercussions for anything ever.
What? Shut down unions? Where's my liberal friend? And what did you do?
Well, we'll just say the police union is a very special case. Yeah, all good, man. But I hope it all works out. Hope you find something good, and yeah. And Owl says that sounds like a toxic place to work. I agree. I guess I am happy to be able to say that it couldn't be further from my situation. Literally every single person I work with is just a fantastic human being, and I have nothing but the highest respect for the people I work with. And yeah, I don't know. It really is that is what makes the difference. I'm at the same company I was 10 years ago when I was having a horrible experience, and it's amazing even within the same company how just working with a team of like good human beings is so much more important than working at a good company. Like,
it really, so to me that's what's most important right now, is finding a good team. So that's something else I'm trying to look for in a police.
Yeah.
Because man, working in contracting, especially what I do, it's just nobody gives a fuck about anybody else.
Wait, Bird said weird flex, but okay. I don't think I understand the words that came out of your mouth, Bird. What does weird flex mean? There's just so much new slang that these goddamn kids are slinging around. I don't know what weird flex means, Bird. I'm old. I barely am understanding what it means when someone says that's a mood. Because, back in my day, it was a good mood or a bad mood or, normal mood. Mood always had, like, an adjective associated with it. I don't know how to interpret an adjectiveless mood. Ah, this is the life. Cutting down trees, replanting them, and repeating. The adjective is the thing that mood replies to. What? I don't follow, Bird. It describes the mood. It describes
Did we ever
the
find out what flex is?
No, I'm still trying to understand what weird flex means. Bird pivoted to mood. I mean, yes, you can use the word mood without an adjective, but like if you're saying like, you know, that's a mood, I don't know what type of mood. I require my English to be very literal because I'm just old and confused. The flex is liking your coworkers. It is weird though, because I mean shit, I spend probably as much time with them as I spend with my family. And I mean, yeah, a lot of these people I've been working with for, you know, 8 years or longer. And yeah, just like any relationship. You know, over time, you learn each other's, what makes each other tick and everyone's quirks, and, you know, as long as there's some basic level of adultness that everyone has, and respect that everyone has, you know, you kind of can end up in a state of just, you know, just comfort. There's none of that shitty posturing. That's what I've hated about so many previous jobs, is just all the goddamn posturing. You know, people like... Yeah, people get weird.
Yeah, like in my job, like, you know, with contracting, like, there's no chance that you're gonna get someone else's position. I mean, there's almost no fucking chance, right? You're in your slot until the end of contract, and so I don't understand why the constant backstabbing, bickering, and shit talking. Like, it just makes no sense to me. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah.
Dumb people be dumb.
Russika said loosely, I'm pretty sure flex can be replaced with kink. I don't know why that makes me laugh.
Loosely?
Yes. Loosely.
Did you see that Mount Lemon's getting 3 feet of snow?
No, but Bridget just texted me an article saying Flagstaff is getting like record snowfall right now.
Yeah.
And I was saying earlier, there is a slight chance that it might snow in Phoenix tonight because it's going to get down to freezing, and it's been raining non-stop all day. So
That'd be cool. Get a snow day for the kids.
yeah, man. Yeah,
It's
this
snowed
is
here almost every day for the past I don't know how many weeks.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself in the snow. I'm gonna just cry into a pile of sand and cacti. Alright, I need one.
Yeah, snow would be cool. I mean, we really need it. I mean, I think it would make for, I think, a very bountiful spring. But it's so funny because everybody now is like, global warming's fake news. It's snowing in Vegas. Fake news.
Yeah. Well, anyone who's seen the movie The Day After Tomorrow knows that global warming leads to a new ice age. So let's look forward to this this impending ice age that Dennis Quaid promised us. Damn it, Dennis Quaid.
2 days before the day after
I want my ice age. If that turns...
like the South Park, the 2 days before the day after tomorrow.
Yeah, man, it's crazy that show's been on so long that, like...
Today. Yeah, South Park's been on fucking since the 90s, dude.
Yeah, it's been on for 23 years. I think it started in 96. Alright, well, if we want to head over there, we've got enough dark oak to get a little bit of work done. See if we can't get some phantoms. And yeah, I'm gonna need to go to the end soon and repair some of my shit.
Oh, good thing I checked these. These are oak saplings, not dark oak. There we go.
Sweet. I'll throw these other 3 in here. Yeah, let's leave the saplings in there. Grab all these. You want to head over to the tree and put a little bit of work in with all these freshly cut logs?
Sure, give me 1 second. I gotta look something up for Jeff.
Okay. Oh, watch out for phantoms.
Do you hear them?
No, but, well, at least it's getting light now. Alright, let's go put these apples away. Phantom membranes. Do I have any phantom membranes here? I think I do. Oh yes, that's right. We put a roof on this thing, finally. You're gonna feed the ponies? Say hi to the ponies for me, Rosinka! How do I have my shit laid out here? Do I have... Okay, yeah, phantom membranes I think you want to put in there. Man, why do I have all this shit in here? Bucket of pufferfish. Yeah, we have books, a bunch of ender pearls, and all empty. Okay, awesome. Let's go put these apples away, and then we will head over there. Actually, you know what? Am I gonna ride? I was thinking I might. I don't want to ride the donkey again. Maybe I can ride my mule. I want to ride my mule. Okay, do we have any meat? Meat. Alright, apples. There we go. Oh, bird. More bits! Thanks! I want to do what to my mule? Nothing. Just ride it.
Or are you over at the tree?
Not yet.
Okay.
I was putting some stuff away, and now I'm gonna see if I can grab my mule.
Something to, I'm gonna send you a picture.
Scared.
So yeah, you will be. So I saw this. We were walking by we were eating ice cream, and it was about 3 degrees outside, and for whatever reason, we decided to get fucking ice cream. But we're walking along, and I saw this in the store, and I had to take a picture. I was told I am not allowed to buy it.
Are you texting it to me?
I did.
Okay. What do we got here? Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow.
Did you see the description?
Yeah, so I saw the description. It's ridiculous.
And Curtis's wife, she goes, "Why is there
Why is there what?
a tail?"
Oh, God.
It comes with a tail.
Jesus Christ, man. Some weird shit. Alright, you gonna get on a horse over here or no?
No, I was gonna fly.
Alright, well, I'm gonna ride my horse.
Well, I should have fucking rode my horse.
Just realized I don't have a fence post, though. Fence post? Can I leave one in here? No! No! Oh well, we're gonna improvise and make this work. I can make a fence post when I'm there.
So, you probably don't snowboard or ski, do you?
Oh, I had gone skiing a bunch when I was a kid, but I haven't done any of that in my adult life. Yeah, I would really like to, though. I used to have
It's a lot of fun, dude.
skiing.
You should come out here in the next winter, or, you know, sometime, whenever.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to. It's, yeah, at this point, it's just a money thing. I need to, yeah, we just got to continue paying some stuff down. Medical bills are not cheap. Even with good health insurance,
Still?
medical bills
Wow.
are very expensive. Because we hit our out-of-pocket max pretty much every year.
Jesus Christ, really?
Mm-hmm. Something happens between the four of us.
Yeah, that's one thing I always try to get is good health insurance. That's the only downside about this new company I'm going to. They have just fucking garbage health insurance. So I looked on the marketplace and I found some good health insurance.
Yeah, the health insurance that I have is, you know, it's good. It's just it's a high deductible healthcare plan, which is what most are these days.
So mine's only, I think, $2,000.
Yeah, I mean that's around what mine's $2,400 for individual, $4,000 for a family. But
Well, that's pretty good.
But insurance only covers 90% after that. And if you've ever been to the hospital, you know 90% of 40,000 still leaves us with a $4,000 bill.
Jesus Christ.
And so we hit our out-of-pocket max. So there is a limit at which they cover 100%. We don't have to pay anymore, and that is $5,000 for individual and $10,000 for
I was going to say
family.
that's your out-of-pocket max, I thought.
Yeah, my out-of-pocket max is $5,000 individual, $10,000 family. So those years that something has happened to like multiple of us, and you know, like I had in 2015, I had kidney stones and one that was too large to pass, and I had to go into surgery.
Ooh.
Well, hit my out-of-pocket max that year, and then Bridget had to have surgery on her hand, and then that may have even happened in the same year. It's just happened so much. Those bills, they stack up, man.
You do know that anything over $5,000 you can deduct on your taxes, right?
Nope. Not.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you can deduct anything over $5,000.
The problem is high deductible healthcare plan comes with an HSA, a health savings account, which is pre-tax. So we are paying too much of it with pre-tax dollars. That yes, we are paying a significant amount post-tax, but it doesn't amount to enough to move us out of the standard deduction and into itemized deductions. It just, it's all, we're literally just getting fucked in the ass.
But you can take the standard deduction and still deduct healthcare. I promise you, because I just did our tax. Because you don't have to itemize.
But it's only if post-tax dollars exceed a certain amount that you can. There's a threshold you have to meet before any of it becomes deductible.
Right. If you have an HSA, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Can I get just one log? I just gotta replace a hole in the wall. Thanks.
Well, here, no, take a bunch, because you want to...
But I'm working on the stairs, dude.
Working on the stairs? Motherfucker. Alright, give me all my logs back.
That's what I'm fucking trying to tell you. Don't give me...
I want them back.
There you go.
This is
I'm working on doing the stairs up to the top.
Okay. Alright, fair enough. Fine.
So it gets done faster.
Yeah.
So, speaking of healthcare, Bernie Sanders, 2020.
Oh, is he running now? Officially?
Yeah, he's running. Officially.
That's cool. I like that guy. I'll take anyone at this point. I will take
any
a literal sentient piece of shit over what we have.
We already have one of those.
I don't think he's sentient.
I are Russian. Too bad John McCain passed away. I would have voted for him.
I wouldn't have.
Yeah,
I mean, he was, you know, by the standards of most of today's politicians, he was a fine man.
But he was not in line with your political ideologies, which is totally fine. Like, that's a legitimate, reason not to vote.
Yep. I mean, yeah, he towed his party line, you know, to whatever the religious-based stuff that they base a lot of their policies on. Yeah, I've been thinking about it, like, that's kind of my whole issue, is that, you know, that's the party that's like, oh, you know, we want to align ourselves with religion and religious causes, and a lot of those things go against things that I believe.
Right.
So.
But that's okay.
Yep. It is okay.
That's why we have it set up the way it is. But I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing Bernie.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of people that would vote for Bernie that wouldn't necessarily vote for a normal Democratic candidate. So that's, you know, that's what excites me about him. But Bird says Bernie is the only good candidate.
I don't know. I think Kamala Harris might have something going for her. Might. You know, female, black. She's got some pretty strong policies. I believe she's a vet. I think that she's one of those people that kind of works across the aisle, you know, like she wants to get shit done. So, I don't know. I think she might do pretty well.
Yeah, I like her.
So, I think the other reason why there's so many Democratic candidates is because everyone's pretty confident that they're going to win. They probably will.
I mean, same thing happened 2016 with the Republican field. It was
that, but
they called it the most talented field in a generation, and I'm like, oh man, the bar is low. The bar is low.
Yeah, but then they screwed every. I mean, they rigged the system against itself, right? And you had the Russians, you know, involved, so you know that didn't help either. But it was Hillary. Like, I gotta be honest, I would not have voted for her. You know, even now, I couldn't. So, sorry.
Wait, what's actually? I don't know if we've ever gotten into what's the actual reason, the specific reason
behind Hillary.
Yeah, like what your
I just don't trust her at all.
But why?
Not at all.
Because of her emails?
That was one, but that's not like one of the major deciding factors. I think that there was just it's too tainted, you know. Like Bill got impeached, you know. She was definitely. I mean, she's involved with Bill, right? I mean, yeah, he was a great politician, but there's a lot. I feel like Bernie is the one who should have won the candidacy. He would say something,
yeah,
and then she would just be the mouthpiece for it, like it was her fucking idea. Like I didn't see anything original come out of her. No, no pun intended. All I saw was the same song and dance, the same political shit that I didn't enjoy with Obama, right? I was not a fan of Obama, but I thought he was a good person. I thought he was a good, decent politician. Well,
other than
really,
you mentioned the one thing about the war, what else about Obama was like so bad? I don't know, man. I
wasn't a fan of some of his policies. Shoving Obamacare down everybody's throat without coming to like a. I mean, the reason we have Trump is because of Obamacare. I mean, it's a direct retaliation for.
And yet, Republicans could not manage to repeal and replace Obamacare because now
Correct.
People have come to realize, oh, actually, this is way better than what we had before.
Absolutely, but
so
how they did
is it? I mean, yes, that's like.
But it's how they did it.
Yeah, but you know what? A situation went from bad to not quite as bad.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a minor victory. Yes, it should have been better. It should have been universal health care. It should have been fucking everybody gets health care because it's a goddamn human right. That's what it should have been.
I agree. I completely agree. And I think he settled halfway.
That was the only way. That was the only way you're going to get any change because Republicans are sure as hell not going to support, any change, any shift away from the, profit-driven healthcare system. Not
right.
happening.
So but I'm not. Okay, hold on. But I'm not arguing the merits of the plan. I'm arguing his merits and how he went about things on, introducing and trying to win support for it, right? The whole like Fast and Furious gun thing, when everyone's like refusing to speak to Congress, they took the fifth. Remember all that crap?
I'm drawing a blank on that. I remember there was a thing. I just don't remember what it was.
Eric Holder was the Attorney General.
Uh-huh.
He claimed the Fifth Amendment, and because basically they marked a bunch of guns, gave it to some drug dealers, lost track of those guns.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that was. Yep, that was a foible.
So, I'm not saying that it could have been avoided, but it was just something that it just kind of stank. I really wish that it could have been handled better.
I will put it like this: none of these candidates exist in a vacuum. And you compare Obama to Bush before him and Trump after him.
I'm not doing that. All I'm saying is you asked me what I didn't like about him, and I'm giving you the facts.
Well,
this is what I did not like about him. I was not a fan of what's her face, Janet Napolitano. Remember, I worked on the border for a while, and how they handled that whole situation. Rather than, I don't know.
Come down here and sleep in these beds so we can avoid phantoms.
Yeah. He wanted to be like the change. Like, I think he was a great husband. I think he was a great father. I think he was a pretty decent man. He stood up to all the criticisms about his birth certificate, which was just bullshit. Like that, I knew from the beginning that was just some just hot bullshit. Like, it was so inappropriate in my opinion. But all those things aside, I just did not agree with how he ran policy. Like, he could have been better. He was almost there. Does that make sense?
I feel that I mean, you're never going to be happy with a politician.
No, I'm not. But I definitely think that shoving Obamacare down everybody's throat is what really gave birth to.
That's part of it.
part of it, but not a the all encompassing, right? And granted, it's a great plan. I just wish he would have said Medicare for all.
I'm just gonna say, I think a big part of what gave birth to Trump was the racist backlash. I think a lot of people just couldn't handle the fact that a black man was president, and
you think so?
Not everyone, but I do think a sizable portion. I mean, how else do you describe the rise of white nationalism over the last couple of years? I think people just could not handle the fact that a black man became president, and
no, see,
I think it mobilized a certain type of person that.
I think Russia had more to do with that than.
Oh, they did. That's why I said it's not everyone, but
I think Facebook and and social media gave rise to that more than anybody else.
Yeah,
Russia.
Oh man, I'll agree with you there. I think social media was a huge factor behind all of that. I mean, it was probably the hugest factor in.
Yeah.
You can't have a candidate like that runs a campaign like that in a world where social media doesn't exist. That person is just going to get shut out or laughed out of the room. But social media creates a unique atmosphere where someone like
garbage atmosphere.
Yeah, it's ruining our goddamn.
So, like I said, I think Obama was a good person. I think he was overall generally a pretty decent guy. I mean, I definitely would say nice things to him had I ever met him. But I would definitely not vote for him as a leader. He was not someone who I saw as bringing the parties together. Does that make sense?
I mean, I will challenge you on all these points. How do you bring the parties together? First of all, I can't imagine a candidate in the universe that could ever achieve that. Like, that is just beyond repair. And then just the reality of partisan politics. I mean, that kind of the Republicans winning control in 2010 made it virtually impossible for anything to happen, because they very explicitly made it their message that we are going to block and stymie every single thing, every judge he puts through, everything, because we how could any candidate thrive or get anything close to what they would ideally do, like pushed through with an environment like that?
It comes down to compromise and deals, right? The Republicans,
and that's what Obamacare was. It was a compromise and a deal.
It was not. No Republicans voted for it. Not a single.
But that was the closest you could get. No Republicans would vote for anything that was a change from the status quo.
Right. But we've talked about this. Anytime you get one side, right? Like, especially with like all-encompassing healthcare. Like, I really wish he would have just said Medicare for all. Yeah. And given up something in return, right? I
think it would have been harder for that to hold up in the courts. I think
maybe
politics is a fucking.
It is.
It's a real pain in the ass, and the way it works and the way the parties are means we're never. That's why, you know what, I will just take what I can get, and at this point, I would rather take a really experienced politician, someone that has been doing this for like 20, 30, 40 years, and at least stand some shot of just knowing how the system works enough to, make something happen.
That was not Obama. He was only a senator for 8 years, 4 years.
But he did get done. He did get a lot of things done, and he gets criticized a lot for how much he used executive orders.
But it wasn't that much compared to other presidents. It really wasn't. Yeah. But what did he get done?
Well, I mean, you could kind of give him a little bit of credit for driving policies that pulled us out of the worst recession we had seen in decades.
Okay, like?
I mean, economic stimulus packages and,
okay.
Policies and tax breaks that, actually gave people enough cash to, do, these little things here and there that help jumpstart the economy. Hey, I got that first-time homebuyer tax credit in 2009. That's pretty nice. $8,000.
Okay.
I spent some money. I fulfilled my capitalist responsibilities.
Okay, so granted, he did do some things,
and I think he had a good immigration policy. I think he favored amnesty, which I also favor. in a country full of
Did
immigrants.
Did he introduce DACA, or was that?
I think that was
That
Bush.
was him, I think.
I don't remember.
The deferred
action for childhood arrivals.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was under.
I mean, you look at it holistically, and like, what were the things he was pushing for, and that's, I would say on top of being a good man, he pushed for good and just policies. He did not want to, he was against all the corporate handouts that, Republicans are very, very fond of. He, was compassionate towards immigrants and, people that wanted to come to this country for a better life. Something that I would have thought Republicans would have appreciated more. He did maintain, a healthy budget for the Defense Department, which I know a lot of Republicans would fear that.
Okay, I'll give you that one. He definitely did keep with what his generals wanted.
A lot of people criticize him for the whole, the drone thing or whatever, and I think he learned in office that the war, the drone attacks, people, there's more liberals that were really upset about the fact that we were doing drone strikes.
Oh, Jesus Christ, really?
But I think he learned pretty quickly that we had unfortunately gotten ourselves in way too deep to get out of any of those battlefields. And there were maybe a few missteps. Again, I don't know. I just, in an ideal world, we would have never gone and started any of those wars to begin with. And
but I always felt like he was very wishy-washy on some of that stuff, right? He's like, we'll pull out, we're not going to pull out, we're pulling out, we're not pulling out. He never did pull the troops out.
It's clear to me that that's one of those issues that you see Donald Trump, well, he struggles with everything, but, same problem. I think...
Absolutely.
I think it's just one of those things where, like, once we've come in and destabilized a region, it's just become too late, and, you campaign on promises
you can't
of
keep,
like, oh,
right.
we're gonna come out of the war, but then you get into the situation and you realize, oh my god, if I actually follow through on this region we destabilized is going to erupt into pure chaos and become a much bigger problem, and oh fuck, what do we do? Oh my god. It's I wouldn't want to be the one having to deal with that.
I again respect the guy, good individual, just not my favorite politician. Was not a fan of some of his policies.
I think he's my favorite.
I don't know if I'd say he's my fave. Well,
I mean, of the presidents we've had while I've been alive, I would count him as my favorite. And a big part of me is like, I like the idea of someone being actually intelligent. Like he's a highly educated person. Yeah.
So take this for what it's worth. I liked him as a person. I didn't like his policies. He's probably my favorite president. So okay. I know that sounds very strange.
No,
but I think I can dislike somebody and still think that they were my favorite because, again, I'm never gonna, we're not required to agree with our government. I disagree with their plans and policies. However, I think that he did the best job so far. Take that for what it's worth.
Well, that's great.
But I really wish we had a Republican candidate who would step up to the plate and do some Republican policies and strategies.
I don't even know what that is anymore, unfortunately. I mean, and that's been my biggest problem, is so much of that is tied up so heavily into just the religious right. It's like, oh, we gotta clamp back down on gay people getting rights. We gotta try to figure out a way to roll back this gay people being married thing. And
hold on. It's not religious right. It's racist and bigoted right, because religious right would mean that they are fighting for all religions, but really they're fighting for just one small.
Yeah.
Right.
Well. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with the sentiment.
You're kind of lumping all religions in with them, and they only like one religion.
Yeah.
Like they're definitely not fighting for Muhammad and Islam.
I mean, all right, I will say it's true that, there are some religions and religious folk that, cast aside those bigoted views, but it is a very prevalent part. It's embedded into those texts, and it is pretty widespread across most of the major religions.
See, I wish the Republican Party was conservative in their policies. They'd put an end to government spending, or, at least cap it. Stop giving out free handouts.
I'm going to go to the end real quick.
Okay. Actually, okay, wait for you.
See, I disagree. I think in, the most wealthy nation on the earth, everyone here should be able to live a comfortable life. We should not have people homeless in the streets that can't afford anything. People that have mental health issues should have the resources that they need to,
Do you have, handing out free fucking smartphones to people who don't fucking work?
Wait, who's handing out free smartphones?
Obama.
What?
No, I'm dead serious. Look it up. I'm
when
not
did
even
he
making
give
this
free
up, dude.
smartphones?
It's for people who are on welfare to help them find jobs and work. So they're giving out free smartphones for. Hold on, let me see if I can find this.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm more compassionate about that kind of stuff. I just think every human being has the right to.
They call it
try to be happy.
Obama. It's called the Life Assistance Obama phone.
Are you sure this isn't a satirical thing?
No, I'm
the
dead
Life
serious.
Assistance Obama phone? Is it an iPhone 10?
No.
What is it?
It's a cheap smartphone.
Okay. Is that so bad? Well,
I don't think they fucking need smartphones, dude. I'm sorry. This is a cell phone that offers a cheap way to communicate. Even very basic internet access can connect them with a wealth of information and a resource.
Well, let's say you're homeless. I mean, there is the whole problem of, making sure that these people are, using the tools given to them to, try to get out of their situation or make it better or whatever. But, I mean, in this day and age, yeah, how are you, the internet and being able to communicate, have a phone number that a company could call and everything. I don't know.
I'm sorry, dude. I can't get behind.
We're the most wealthy fucking nation on earth. We should be able to afford that shit.
I'm not on board with that, dude. Sorry. So, again, there were some things that I just don't agree with that you might agree with, that Obama did that I don't agree with. However, I still think he's probably the best president we've had in our lifetime, and probably my favorite. Because he did offer radical change, and again, he was a pretty decent guy. Clinton was a piece of shit. George W. was just kind of out there. And George Sr. kind of really didn't do much besides start a war. Well, he didn't start a war. He stopped Saddam Hussein. George W. started a war that we were all paying for. On bad intel. So, but I think that, the silver lining here is that with all this Donald Trump, that now you're going to see an opposite swing in the other direction of the pendulum. I think this will definitely give Bernie Sanders a real good shot, especially if he can get Kamala Harris as his VP. I think he could win, but I think he needs Kamala Harris to do it.
Well,
I think he needs a black woman, because that's what he lost. I mean, that's really how he lost to Hillary the first. Well, that and they rigged the polls, but he didn't have enough of the black vote that Hillary did. So I really think that if he can get Kamala Harris on the side, I think he can do it.
Yeah. So, hold on. So, Bird says the Obama phone was a service designed to make it easier to keep people connected and find jobs. It was mainly landlines and cell phones. Smartphones were almost never given out. And also said we could afford it if we stopped spending so much of on the fucking military. We do spend
What do you
more
mean-
on
what do
our
you mean
military than like the
smartphones were-
next 6 nations combined. That's a fact.
Smartphones were rarely handed out. That's not true. That's exactly what the plan was for, is to hand out cell phones. So I don't think that this article is correct. I mean, literally what they were doing is paying for smartphones.
Yeah, well,
So, in a perfect world, Conservative Party fights for all religions, right? It's for religious freedom for all religions, no matter what it is. Hebrew, Muslim, Christian. They want
how about
religious-
non-religious folk? Can't that count as a religion, being without religion?
I think that they should fight for religious freedom for people to be able to express their opinions freely.
What is there to fight? We have, it's baked into the framework of our Constitution. What they're always going for is to actually create laws around that, to establish like prayer in schools and like, I mean,
I think that they might
constantly
they should-
backing policies like that.
But there's a lot of religious people in this country, and I think that maybe offering some form of prayer is not necessarily a bad thing.
In a publicly funded school, in a
Yep.
in a country that is supposed to have church and state separate.
Yep.
Ooh, hard disagree there.
Yeah, I know. But in my perfect world, Conservative Party, they support the freedom, if you will, for people to pray at school if they wish or choose.
And people
To
can.
be taught.
They
to be
just it
taught-
just can't be an official school prayer. Like people can go off to the side and pray if they want.
I think that they should offer a certain amount of time for people to pray or for atheists to reflect. So
It's called recess.
I think that they should. I think
And lunch.
they should teach
Got that
theology.
time.
They should teach theology. They should teach all religions in school.
They do. Theology is
they
a
should
subject
teach-
that people can take.
Really, is that in public schools?
Yeah,
In
yeah.
junior
I mean,
high,
I don't think it.
elementary, and-
I think it needs to be presented as a like from a historical perspective. Like, yeah, the study of religion. And there's a lot of theology majors that aren't religious at all. You know, that just the study of religion.
Right. I think that teaching sex ed or abstinence, is because so right now Colorado is trying to pass a bill to make teaching abstinence, sex education illegal in the state, and I'm not sure I agree with that at all. Like, some people, some of their religions prohibit, sex before marriage, but they're saying no, we refuse to teach that.
You know, if this is what I say to all of that. If people want their kids to be taught those values, send them to a fucking private school. Like,
Well, that's
send
the
them
thing
to a
is-
private religious school where they have all the freedom in the world.
But see, that's the problem is private schools. Under Obama, they were taking away the funding from private schools.
Private schools
like-
don't get government funding. They are funded. Private schools are private. They're funded through tuition.
Yeah, and the public schools are funded through my taxpayer dollars.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I don't have a say.
It's how you just can't teach. Like, religion has to be out of school. Anything paid for by the government cannot. Like, it can't base anything off of religion. It goes. It's
But
just
on
it's
our
baked into the
money,
Constitution.
It's on our,
Yeah.
it's in our
Yeah, I'm not
money.
saying we're not
It's-
hypocrites in a lot of ways, but
Right. Okay. Well, I think we can teach it. We can offer it as an educational resource, and even bring in some religious people to discuss what it is they believe is part of public education. But
well, maybe my religious upbringing has
yeah.
very much formed a
Well,
very strong opinion
again,
against religion, against
Again,
having
we can
having
find-
that.
we can find-
It's a slip. I don't know, man. It's a slippery slope. I grew up in a world where someone coming and speaking to you about that stuff was equivalent to basically coming in and striking the fear of God into you that you're going to die and burn forever, and you better be fucking scared. And I don't know. I
That's
don't
not
think.
what I'm talking about. You know, I definitely would prefer, they stick to, the actual text, like Jesus didn't carry and so,
I don't know.
So-
I think nothing funded by the government has any business adopting any religious practices, because as soon as that happens, they're just, you look at other countries that have a official state-sponsored religion. We don't want that. We don't want, and it really is prohibited in the Constitution.
Yeah.
I mean, church and state are explicitly supposed to be completely separate. And yeah, there's still a lot of like leftover stuff, because everyone in the 1800s were fucking religious Puritans and Quakers and Protestants and whatnot, Catholics, but
Yeah, I still think that separation of church and state doesn't necessarily apply to education, or
I think it
putting
applies
up,
more to education than anything
religious-
else. That is,
Yeah, but I don't
want
think
my
they mean,
kids-
you can't not teach about religion.
well, again, it can be taught from a historical perspective. I mean, there's a distinction there.
But I don't think there is. I think you're
There
saying
is.
no religion.
You take a world history class, you are going to learn all about the Crusades and religion and the formation of religion.
I'm talking about the meaning and the context behind, the Bible, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, the I Ching. Like, actually teach people what those books are trying to say and tell, and what they're trying to. I mean, because I think all of them have great messages, but I think
I think if people really want that, they can teach their own kids, or they can send them to a school that teaches it.
And I think if people want
I don't think
to
there's
not
enough
hear
value.
that stuff,
Yeah, I don't know.
and I think if people not want to hear that stuff, they should go to private school.
Not how it works.
Well, it depends who's president. That's the thing.
Well, fortunately, I feel like I've got an edge here in the fact that it's literally in our Constitution. freedom of religion also means freedom from religion.
But it's on all of our money. It's on the wall of the United States Senate and
it
House.
Absolutely shouldn't be.
But it is. So
no,
who
I
has
agree.
The edge, sir?
I
Who
believe
has the edge?
someday it will probably be removed.
Maybe, but I hope not. I think that some people really need fucking Jesus.
I don't. I think it. I don't know. Just disagree.
Creates a false sense of security.
I'm just speaking from experience. I grew up in a very, very religious environment. I know that stuff inside and out.
Some people live and die, and I mean that's just their...
I disagree.
Some people absolutely need that stuff.
And they, you know what? It's a free country. They can go seek that stuff out. Our government has no business forcing any of that shit down anyone's throats.
I don't think it's forcing down their throats.
Hey, as soon as you start putting that stuff in public schools,
I think it should be taught as an option in public schools.
not with government money. If they want to fund it independently through like car washes and shit, go for it.
Car washes.
What's up, Evil Boy? No, this is a private server, Evil Boy.
Yeah, but anyways, circling back. So I don't know. In a perfect world, I wish that they would do more of defending those sorts of rights and straight fiscal policy and that. But never gonna happen. So we'll see what Bernie brings to the table.
Yeah, we'll just take it one politician at a time.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you about it. I hear that Mueller is supposed to release his report next.
Is that a fact? I bet we're gonna see lots of it.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure they're gonna just show it all to us, and
yeah, they won't. I'd be curious to see what all comes out of that. But again, I think it'll just be, reading every single word in detail, and it'll be ugly. Like, it's just gonna turn visceral politics up another notch.
Yep. Yep.
But like I said, on the good news, maybe Bernie will win the candidacy. I think he beat Trump. I really honestly hope he goes out on stage in like a debate and just be like, "Suck my dick, brother," and fucking wins. Like that would be pretty awesome. Just straight suck my dick.
Oh, and thanks for the follow, by the way, Evil Boy. I appreciate that.
We're talking about Bernie Sanders evil.
Yeah, Bernie Sanders. He's alright.
I honestly think that if he's like, hey, I'm gonna legalize marijuana and Donald Trump can suck my dick, like he would fucking win the nomination.
I think so, yeah. It's amazing that none of the presidential candidates have really campaigned heavily on marijuana legalization. Like, you're gonna win a lot of Republicans with that too. That's not just a one-party issue.
That's the thing, man. I think that the Democrat, or whoever the candidate, like even Kamala Harris is like, yeah, I want to legalize.
That's awesome. It's a relief to finally hear, at least some big-name candidates being bold enough to just say that.
So, I try to look at, I watch Fox News and I watch CNN and MSNBC. I try to get both sides of it. And it was funny because Kamala Harris was on this TV show this radio show where she admitted that she smoked pot back in college. And they're like, oh yeah, I bet you listen to Tupac and Dr. Dre. And she's like, oh yeah, dude, I love Dre and Tupac when I would smoke. And then I'd go watch Fox News and they're like, when you were in college, it was 1989 and Snoop Dogg didn't release his first album until 1991. Liar!
Oh my god.
It's so funny. I was like, oh god, dude, really? That's really what you're knocking here is the fact that, oh shit, there's a slime here. Oh no, that's a box.
Yeah.
Oh cool.
My boxy box.
You don't happen to have a mending book, do you?
No. That's why I've been trying to work on getting more villagers for so long now. I need that mending villager.
I don't have a mending on my axe. So anyways, I really think it's funny that she's like, yeah, I fucking smoked pot, listened to Dre and Tupac back in college, and they're like, you were done with college when Dre and Tupac came out. Like that was really their honey point, not the fact that she smoked weed. I thought it was a little funny. Meanwhile,
Mr. Grab 'em by the you-know-what is, they just can't seem to find a single thing wrong with him. It's amazing that Fox News literally acts as the propaganda arm of President Trump.
No, there's one guy who I really like on Fox who definitely will beat up anybody who's full of shit. Like he has this judge guy on, Judge Napolitano, and there was this thing about well, if they find this out of the other thing, what does this mean for Trump? And this judge who's a frequenter on Fox, straight out was like, he'd be arrested. it's straight fucking witness tampering. Like he will go to jail. Like he pulled no punches, and like the reporter and him were just, they weren't playing sides. They were just giving a fact out. Like if this happens, fucker's gonna go to jail.
Yeah.
So I thought, I don't know, I can't remember his name, but I don't think they're all drinking.
Yeah, but it permeates the network. I definitely have done my fair share of you see something major happen, like some big revelation from the Mueller probe or something, and there have been a few times I peek over at Fox News, I'm like, they have got to be reporting on this. Like, how could they possibly have a bad take? And no, what I'll see is an article saying, FBI probe, Mueller going too far. Like, it's just horrible. It's so horrible.
I think it's kind of funny. There's been two different times when I'm like, oh, I wonder what the news is saying about, this, that, or the other thing. And it's like, no Hillary emails. And then the next one, I'll be like, oh, I wonder what they're saying about it. Like it's some, late breaking news. Fucking not a cricket. There's not a single word anywhere on Fox that has anything to do with it. Like it's almost like a complete media blackout.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what the fuck is this even real news then? I mean, how is everybody else, literally, fucking even Gizmodo's reporting on it.
Yeah.
Fox has nothing to
Well,
say.
and like it's weird that like Roger Stone is known as one of the all-time biggest villains of all of politics ever. Like he's literally like a comical bad guy, and yet even he's not too much for them.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I don't know. I laugh at all of it. I just think it's kind of comical.
I want to laugh at it, but I don't know.
You have to laugh at it.
I mean, I do, but I also, I don't know. I just have this desire to. I really, really want the world to be the best place it can be, and it's just frustrating as hell to see such idiocy and lunacy just ruling the day, and people eating that shit up. Well, it kind of is. Ever since 2016,
No, it started way before then. It so started back in, back when the whole like birther movement. Like it's been going on for a while.
I know. But now it's penetrated enough that it is.
You said penetrated.
Yeah, I did. Anyway, if I had my ideal world, we would actually be bold enough to use our power and our influence in the world to affect fucking positive change. Like, this global warming thing. Global warming, it's gonna be a big fucking deal. Like, it's insane to me that like scientists all over the world are like shouting from the top of every mountain they can find, like, seriously, you guys, shit is gonna be so fucked up. Like, yeah, it's not gonna affect you, but like your children and your children's children are going, like, this planet is going to be fucked for them. And that's one of those things that it's like, man, if we had someone bold enough to actually do something about it, like, we could actually do something. And it's insane to me that it's just not going to happen.
Just a little more comical. It's so the White House, they appointed this guy to lead up a actual study about climate change. So that they could get a non-biased approach. And he's a climate change denier. Like, he's already come out and said climate change is false. Yeah. And they're like, you are in charge of making sure that we get all of the correct non-biased information about climate change.
Yeah.
So it's.
I mean, that honestly, like, I know a lot of people. I don't know. It's becoming a bigger issue, but that's one of my biggest issues with the Republican Party is like, that's unconscionable. There's no justification for that other than just greed, and like, how that shouldn't be a partisan issue. It shouldn't be. Like,
it's not all Republicans, just some of them. So
it's enough.
You lay the blame blanketly across all Republicans.
It's most of them. I don't know which ones it isn't.
So, but I will say the perfect storm. It's gonna happen. Like, I would be surprised if we all have like grandchildren. But I think what'll happen is we will have global warming mixed with anti-vaxxers, and global warming is going to be the spread of disease. It's going to be a lot of displaced people. Because
we're going to have a new bubonic plague, and the world's population will be cut by 80%. That's just wow, real optimistic thinking there, Matt.
So I'm just being a realist. I mean, if you get that many people here,
I got to get my horse. I don't have any wood. I'm out.
Oh, okay.
Get on my horse.
So in my scenario, I honestly think that the world will heat up. That you'll have massive amounts of displacement because they're either out of food or it's too hot where they will live, and they will. I mean, a lot of them will die, and there will be a lot of disease. And with the climate change denial, I think that millions, if not hundreds of millions of people are going to die. So,
I don't know. If I didn't know any better, I would think the Republicans are trying to be bad guys with mustaches that they're all twirling. Just seriously, man, you look at some of these policies and some of these positions, it's like, what the?
Why are you such a hater on Republicans, man?
Man, I don't know. I
What did they
think
ever
I've
do?
just been fired up. There's just been too much insane shit that, like, nobody in their right mind would have any problem with, or, like, there's just too much of it.
You just can't take
They
any
want
more.
to take everything good and pure in this world and just sell it to corporate interests, and
It will be very interesting to see what happens.
I mean, how can a party literally be anti-science? Like, that shit, I thought that ended with, like, Galileo. I thought we were past the point where, you know...
I'm pretty sure they killed Galileo.
Yeah, I know. I'm being facetious.
Same party, brother. Same fucking party.
We're the party of Lincoln and of Galileo.
I saw this. I think I told you about the insane people Facebook, the lady who started going crazy because they were teaching Arabic numbers in school.
I don't recall that one.
Yeah, she was told about, Arabic numbers being taught in school. Like, so of course this guy, shitpost crusader goes, "Hey, I heard, I can't believe they're teaching Arabic numbers in school," and this lady just goes in this fucking super racist rant about how dare they teach Arabic numbers in school.
Oh my god. Should only be English.
Love it.
English
Yeah, it should only
numbers.
be English numbers. How dare they teach Arabic numbers? What kind of third world country do you think we live in? I think she said something about next year they'll be required to wear turbans and recite the Quran. It's like, okay, so tell you what, lady, go ahead and stop using the fucking number 0, because that's literally what Arabic was, one of the greatest achievements of Arabic.
Yeah, concept of 0 was a big deal.
Still is.
Bird said something here. I'm especially terrified because there's about a 95% plus chance that we as a species can achieve biological immortality before I naturally die, and if that happens, I'll live long enough to see the fall of the Earth's health when climate change and global warming reaches its tipping point. Followed by fuck the Republicans. Yes, I agree with you, Bird. Fuck the Republicans. Not you, Matt. Even if you call yourself one, I don't consider you one.
I don't know if I am anymore.
You're a rhino. You're Republican in name only because you want this ideal vision of what a Republican is that doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, Republican in name only. Dino, Democrat in name only.
I have never heard that before.
Yeah, it's a petty insult that Republicans throw at each other, but I mean it as a compliment to you.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I guess I see just a slightly different side of the coin where, I'm more libertarian, but I don't like the word libertarian because there's a lot of dumb libertarians. Like, I think they take it a little too far,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I would be. I definitely am not like.
Democrat. You're a
Well,
Democrat.
yeah, I'm clearly a Democrat, but like my greater philosophy is somewhere.
I think
I don't know that I'm necessarily like in the same camp as people who think that every single aspect of capitalism is the devil, and I'm not necessarily in the camp of thinking everything about socialism is right. I think there's somewhere there where a really well-run government full of intelligent people, intelligent, hardworking people, gets the funding it needs and taxes people fairly, and maybe I'm not necessarily against some kind of a cap on wealth. Like, do you really need $100 billion? I don't know how I feel about that, actually, because on the one hand, I'm not in favor of literally forcing anything, but I'm also not a fan of policies that like just favor, you know, the extremely wealthy to an absurd degree.
So that's what I think is kind of funny. Like, you don't like you think that, you know, people who have $100 billion is disgusting, and yet you shop on Amazon and you buy Amazon Echoes and you contribute. And
no, I don't buy Amazon Echo. Fuck that.
Okay, well,
Google
just
Home.
saying people do, right? Okay,
Google Home,
well,
Matt.
again, Google
Get it
CEOs
right.
are worth hundreds of billions of dollars, right?
Oh, so, that's why I'm a hypocrite.
Okay.
That's why I said, like, I can't claim to hate capitalism. I mean, there are some things in life that has afforded that, you know, selfishly I can just kind of be like, you know, I don't know, there's parts of it that I like, but it is a kind of a sick and twisted system in a lot of ways that you know, chews people up and spits them out, and you know, there's a lot of unjust things that happen in our particular model of capitalism that just, you know, I don't know what the perfect fix is, but I certainly don't think it's communism. I think that, you know, some people think that that's the ultimate solution. I think that's a pipe dream, and I think that's already proven to fail. I do inherently believe in some kind of a you know, just some kind of a model that, you know, entices people to work harder and achieve more and get a little bit more as a reward for doing that, which, you know, is supposed to be like the ideal of capitalism in a nutshell. Like, I don't think I honestly, and people would, I think a lot of Democrats would disagree with me, or a lot of left-leaning people would disagree with me, but I think if you remove that incentive, and let's say you have a true communist model where doctors make the same as trash collectors, which make the same as McDonald's burger flippers, I don't think that's a sustainable society. I think the human mind needs to have some kind of a reward structure or system in place to, you know, be able to compete against others. And, you know, if you're so inclined as to bust your ass and get through medical school, and, you know, I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with that, but there's certainly a fucking limit. I mean, again, do you need $100 billion? That's absurd. You know, 10 million? Okay, I guess I could live with someone, you know.
So I think Bernie he's talking about was it corporate gains tax? He wants to up the corporate gains. No, not corporate gains. What is it? The estate tax, I think he's trying to up.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But it's only over $10 million, and it's not as high as 70%, but I think it's up there. I think it's, you know, like closer to 40-50%. Over 10 million, so, like, you know, you keep your 10 million, but they're like 40-50% goes back to the government. But, you know, again, we're, you know, rehashing a lot of our previous conversations that if you're going to tax that high, they need to start by fixing some of the broken, you know, hand-me-out systems that are currently failing.
Wait, hand-me-out systems for the wealthy, right?
Hand-me-out systems for everybody, including the wealth.
Well, again, I don't know. I just think of that as a fundamental just concept of being the wealthiest nation on Earth. Like, people should... I think
giving smartphones to people who refuse to find work is bullshit.
Yeah, I
do not want to pay money.
See, I don't think that's a fair way to characterize. Like, that, and that's where I struggle with this whole thing, too, because, like, yeah, in my family, I do legitimately have people that are lazy, are scamming those systems, and it pisses me off, and I wish the systems were set up in a way that certain assholes in my family couldn't do that, because that's fucking wrong. But then there are other people that, like, legitimately are hardworking people, and they have had some really bad fucking luck. They've had a bad go at life. And
so maybe we hire more social workers. You know, maybe we make social workers more, you know, less of a derogatory thing, and, you know, like, you know, if you don't report to the social worker, or if you're not working and you can't come in with like a doctor's note or something like that, then, you know, you lose your, you know, they shut off your phone and they stop giving you welfare.
Yeah.
You know, start holding people more accountable. You go to jail for that kind of shit. You know,
yeah. But again, you need a lot of government funding to do this properly, because there's so much you have to account for. Like, think about someone with legitimate mental illness. What if someone
rather pay someone to do an investigation in than to pay people to just suck off of welfare?
Nah, I don't know. It's
because one is a legitimate job for somebody who probably has an education, who's intelligent, who's trying to be a dutiful steward of the U.S. government money, and, you know, making sure that the right people get the right funds and the bad and the wrong people. I would much rather pay that individual than somebody who's just like, oh, I'm going to continue to scan the system. Fuck them.
Right, but I'm talking about those individuals that aren't they are not the scam the system type. What if you have schizophrenia? What if you're paralyzed and
then
you can't get a job?
As much help as you can get.
And that would require some form of welfare. It would require some form of government.
Never said that I didn't want a welfare. I said I wanted to fix the systems that were currently.
Well, and you said stop free handouts, which that's maybe the main piece that I pushed back against a little bit.
You're right, I did. So maybe let me rephrase: free handouts to pieces of shit.
I mean, I could get behind that if we had an effective way to identify those pieces of shit that you know, ruin the system for, you know, the people that actually need it. That would be fantastic. And that's part of, I think that's part of what I get at with this, like, you know, well-funded government of hard-working people that, you know, are actually trying to do a good job. And there's just so much systemic shit that needs to be fixed for that to happen.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's a lot of that, and I think that, you know, you've seen a lot of lazy government people. Like, there needs to be a way to fire government employees.
Oh, there does. That's definitely.
See, look at that. That's a problem. To a agreement.
It's insane how some people, like, if they were working at a job that were paying them, they'd get fired. Like, you've got to earn at some level. You have to earn something. I mean, I can agree at this basic fundamental level that, like, I don't think people should just be given shit for free, and I think that's a natural part of just being a living organism. Like, there's no animal in the animal kingdom that just gets shit for free. Like, everyone has to work for it. But you know, again, there's that
behind the whole like $15 an hour for everybody.
Well, it kind of doesn't. The cost of living keeps going up, so, you know, $15 an hour today
as a minimum wage, but not for people who don't work.
And again, you know, it depends on the situation, you know.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, but continue. Sorry.
Oh, I don't remember what I was saying. Just some bullshit.
You were talking about government people, how they get fucking free handouts, or it's impossible to fire them.
Yeah. I don't know. It is just unfortunate that it works like that a lot. By the way, I'm over here just. I just decided to do some busy work while we're bullshitting, and I am.
I'm cutting more trees. How far up are we on our tree, by the way?
We're getting close to the top of the wood park.
So.
Owl says no incentive to study or work hard. If you're restricted to average pay rates, then no advancements in inventiveness and tech increases. Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think it's just. Yeah, fundamental part of human psychology. You need some kind of a reward structure. You know, I get there's a lot of people out there that think that society could function and we could have this model where everyone has a basic salary and everyone, you know, makes basically the same wages and all that money gets funneled to the government and they provide everything. It's not. There's no universe where that ever ends up working out right.
Yeah, Russia will tell you that.
Yeah.
Jeremy,
the Pokemon fan, thank you for the follow. Sorry.
One other thing I'd like to see changed is school education. Like, I think that they should start teaching, like, Minecraft at a younger age. Get kids to start thinking with their brains and being creative, and like teaching Minecraft and how redstone circuits work, or I don't know, fucking pick a game, right? That isn't just a first-person shooter, or maybe a first-person shooter that may have some like learning context behind it. But there's got to be a way of integrating like games and education, because they work so well. Like games do, of holding kids' attention. There's got to be a way to like integrate the two. We're so far behind on like a revolution in education.
It's called Common Core. Sorry.
Yeah, fuck that, dude.
I don't hate it as much as I used to, but I am still pretty annoyed by Common Core and everything it changed about. It's like math wasn't broken. They broke math. I love that they want to teach. They want them to do number bonds and shit now. But like, what if they're fine and they totally understand the way we all did addition growing up? I think that's the bigger problem is that, education is such a one-size-fits-all approach.
It doesn't have to be.
Yeah. Hey, Rosinka, welcome back. Bird says, Common Core can fucking consume my genitals. Fuck Common Core.
I agree there.
I don't want Common Core anywhere near my genitals. I don't want my balls turned into a number bond. Fuck that.
Welcome back, Racinka. We're talking about birds' genitals.
Yes.
Yeah, very soft. Apparently.
So anyway, yeah, I'm terraforming this area up on your little castle above the village. I wanted to start kind of shaping the terrain around it so that the castle itself sticks out a little more. So I'm just kind of throwing a bunch of andesite, polished andesite, cobblestone. Oh, I realize I have stone here too, don't I? Haha.
Okay, I'm putting more wood down. I did a bunch of. So right now we are at y equals 1/4.
So we need to go like 20 more blocks, basically, and I think we're going to be good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was thinking y equals 160, and then that gives us about 100 blocks to fill up with leaves and stuff. Because the leaves are going to be the bulk of the tree.
Just have it like a huge canopy roof. So with a huge canopy, is that going to cause a lot of monsters to spawn under it?
Under it?
Yeah, because it'll block out.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't light it up,
the sun.
Sure. Yeah. Let's see. Owl says, I sold the sister into letting her kids play by explaining the maths involved in the game. Not that it's a big part, but it's there. Yes. Oh yeah, no, there's definitely. I'm always doing math when I'm playing Minecraft.
But see, that's but just basic creativity, basic creativity and.
Oh, you know what they need to do? Oh, they really need to bring back the arts, and it's a real shame that because public school funding has been slashed so much, they've cut so many of the art programs, like music and art, and like all of these things that used to be taught as like just primary subjects. Like those were just things you learned about in school. So much of that shit is relegated to like extra.
Every student needs to learn 2 languages, English and one other.
Oh, I could get behind that. That's I think a hugely valuable skill to have.
See, we can compromise on shit.
Yeah.
And everybody should get an AR-15.
Rosinka says, yeah, the arts are always the way to go. It's sad that, we just don't see the value in art. Like, oh man, I don't know, just You know, especially in a more advanced society, like you think about just things involving the arts are just some of the most impactful things that we experience. You know, it doesn't have to necessarily be a practical. I don't know.
Hopefully, our next director of education, is a pretty wild thinker like Bernie, because Bernie's gonna win, and we'll start a new revolution in the schools. I honestly think that if you start with the schools, if you just change that one thing, I think in 8 to 16 years, you could have a completely different society.
Yeah, I don't know, and just something. I just feel like you start putting more focus on art and stuff. I just feel like that's going to breed more empathy in people and more. It just seems like the kind of thing that would bring people together and just something about art and the arts that just inherently force you to just appreciate the beauty of the world around you.
Yeah.
Whether it's enjoying painting or music or poetry or whatever, like
I think you have to throw in digital art in there as well.
Sure. Yeah, totally. Why not?
I think computer animation is definitely important. Acting, I think acting is important too.
Yeah.
Okay, where are you terraforming at?
Look over. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just building all this stuff up and just making this look a lot cooler.
Anything I can do to help?
No, I got it. I'm just kind of dicking around. My dick in my hand.
I'm actually going to be logging off here shortly. It's a work night for me, so.
Oh, it is for me too. And unfortunately, even though Fridays are, half-day Fridays, not tomorrow. I'm going to be at work all day because there's stupid training I have to do. I mean, I shouldn't say that. It'll be valuable training, and the people that are putting it together, I'm sure, worked very hard, and I should be more appreciative.
Don't be such a pussy. Just call like it is. It sucks balls. Sucks giant, hairy, salty balls.
Yeah, I really shouldn't complain though. They've been treating me well, and this company's done a great job at recognizing the work that I put in and everything. So
how dare you speak poorly?
Yeah, I've worked a lot of shitty jobs. I'm gonna make sure when I'm in a situation where I'm not at a shitty job, I'm not gonna lose sight of what a shitty job is, because us humans, we have a funny way of achieving what we think is going to make us happy and then somehow still becoming miserable and then just moving and searching for the next thing. It's like,
I have definitely found that money absolutely does not buy happiness.
it buys some happiness.
It makes being unhappy more bearable.
Like it buys you more distractions from how unhappy you are.
Yep, pretty much.
But yeah, no, I agree. I'm not substantially happier now than when I was in college, getting, just having fun, and we didn't have much money, but we found ways to have a lot of fun.
I would say I am just substantially more happy now, but it has nothing to do with money. It has to do with more the adventures that we go on, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because we do a lot of adventure stuff. I think it's definitely fun going out and trying a new restaurant once or twice a week, and camping and fishing and hunting and traveling, and we're always doing something, so that makes it more bearable.
That's true. Variety is the spice of life.
Variety is the spice of life. That's why I date multiple women.
Whoa.
Variety is the spice of life.
Yes. Owl says, still on education, gender down under in primary school, elective in higher education.
Wait, what did he say?
I don't know. I didn't parse that. Still on education. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Owl is referring to. More comfortable to cry in a Rolls Royce than on a bicycle? Yes, Rosinka. That's absolutely true. There have been studies done that once you get over 100K a year, people's happiness doesn't increase. Yes, I've heard that too. I've heard different numbers, but they've definitely said that, like, there's absolutely a point where, like, yes, making more money is going to make you happier because, you know, there's one thing that I don't forget is just how much stress in my life was caused by not having enough money and being nervous about whether or not we'd be able to afford something, or
yep,
you know, that,
like having to check your bank account before going out.
Yeah, so like eliminating that kind of stress from your life, like undoubtedly, you know, that's gonna make you happier.
Yeah, I definitely don't miss those days.
Oh, that was art, music, and language, says Owl. So it's an elective in higher education.
See, it shouldn't be an elective. It should just be...
Yeah, when I was in high school, art was one of the class. Well, I only had to take it one semester, so yeah, or 1 year. So yeah, maybe it has been an issue for quite a while.
So what are you doing, just out of curiosity?
Okay, so
you're terraforming it?
Yeah, what I'm doing is I'm taking all the ground around. So this castle is sitting up on this cliffside, right? I want to build the cliffside out so it actually looks like the castle's like nestled on top of it, because right now it's just flush with the edge of the cliff. It's just a sheer wall.
Right.
So I'm just trying to like shape it so that there's like a little lip around it, and so it looks like a building was actually built on the cliffside. So it's a work in progress. It's going to take some time to, I think, get it.
Yeah, because right. I don't know if have you worked on the part that I'm looking at? Have you done any, like, is any of it completed?
No, I'm still working on it. Well, and then I think it's also, you know, we'll need to do some stuff with the actual walls of the castle itself. So what I'm kind of just trying to set. Actually, yeah.
Do you want to do like dark oak or?
I'm not sure. I'm just kind of. A lot of this is just kind of experimenting and seeing what's gonna work. So maybe I just continue this on for now. I'm gonna just.
Let me see where you are, because
I'm gonna create a little lip here that goes around like roughly at the height. I'll literally just follow the edge there. Okay, so that goes like that.
Okay. So you've only done that part right there. You haven't done any of the stuff around the corner there.
Right.
To your right. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. I kind of like the idea of a lip, maybe 2 blocks wide, so it's like a little balcony.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have it vary. In some places it's 2 blocks wide, in some places it's 1. But you know, this building should be up on top of this kind of overhanging cliff, and I feel like, you know, it should be like, you know, the cliff under it should be kind of jagged and crumbling, and
yeah,
you know, like the erosion has worn things down a little bit, or
yeah.
So as I go, you know, I might build it out a little bit. I'm probably going to build it out a little bit more, but you know, by mixing up all these blocks, I think You know, it just makes it look
I
nice.
definitely don't like the idea of floating. Like, we've already got one floating house.
Right.
So what do you mean eroding? I'll have to wait to see what
Like
it
erosion,
looks like when it's done.
you know, like
Yeah,
the
but
weather.
how
The
do
weather
you
has
do
been
that?
you know, like kind of wearing the cliff down, and it's kind of
I know what
crumbling.
erosion is, Seth.
Well, you said, what do you mean by eroding? I was just answering that
Well, in
question.
Minecraft, how are you gonna do erosion?
Well, I'm working on it. Who knows? Subject to change. We'll just see how it goes.
TBD.
Exactly.
Well, on that note, I'm going to go to bed, dude. I'm fucking tired, and I gotta be up at 6 a.m.
Okay.
I am bowing out. Have you seen the new update about foxes?
Oh yeah.
My-
Yes, I have. Super
That should be
excited.
pretty
It's gonna be awesome.
Now, foxes are tameable, correct?
Yes, but you have to breed them. You can't tame foxes. You have to find 2 wild foxes, breed them, and then the baby is like born.
And they carry
friendly.
stuff around them? Is that what they...
Yeah, yeah. If there's items on the ground, they can pick up an item and hold it in their mouth.
Now, I wonder if they can pick up a stack of items.
Nope, just a single item. So yeah, if you dropped a stack of 64, it would only pick up 1 of those.
So I wonder what... I mean, so what fucking good are they? Besides killing chicken.
Well, you know, somewhat interesting that they can jump over 2 blocks high. So they can actually jump over a fence. I could imagine, like... You know, I don't know, with certain items, like let's say you drop a piece of armor or something, you know, it's nice that certain things they could pick up and that would cause it not to despawn. Maybe there will be something interesting about that. Yeah,
They could
I don't
carry
know.
shelter boxes. That'd be kind of...
Yeah, yeah. So I like to think that you could kind of leverage that mechanic in some kind of interesting way.
So, foxes, traveling traders, pandas. So there's quite a list of shit that they're gonna add. Just wonder when they're gonna fucking add.
I don't know. I think the last snapshot, they basically said that they're starting to work on bug fixes and things like that.
Oh, nice.
So they're kind of hitting that phase where they're trying to put the polish on and get it ready for an eventual
Release.
Release. Oh. That was the
Very
sound of me
cool.
orgasming. Release.
Oh, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Sounds like you're have a hernia.
I do. I just gave myself a hernia. I'm an old man. I'm an old man. Every time I have an orgasm, I get a hernia. That's how us old men roll.
Or hernia magnets.
Yes.
Speaking of hernias,
Speaking of hernias, what? Silence?
yeah,
Okay.
we had sorry, so hernias and you know earlier you were talking about gallstones or
Kidney stones.
Yeah. Kidney stones. We sent one of our contractor guys up to Alaska, and he ended up in the ER today, apparently with some like really bad kidney stones.
Alaskan kidney stones.
Alaskan size fucking kidneys. Can you imagine like, getting ready to go to Alaska and you end up in the hospital, not from like frostbite or but fucking kidney stones?
Yeah, fuck that, man.
Oh, what? Have you seen the new Google Doodle?
The new what?
Google Doodle?
No.
It's Steve Irwin.
The Google Doodle?
Yeah, you know, like when you go to Google's home.
Wait, Steve Irwin?
Yeah, the crocodile guy.
Yeah, that's odd. Was his birthday or something? Or
Yeah, today's his 50. It would have been his 57th birthday, but it's his whole life story in picture.
that guy was cool. He's
He
sad
really
that he died.
was.
He was a
That's so cool.
he was a force of good in the world, I feel like, and he was super
Australia.
entertaining.
Stephen Robert Irwin, nicknamed the Crocodile Hunter, Australian zookeeper, conservativist, and television personality. Conservationist, excuse me. But he was born in Baton Reef, Australia. Very cool. You know, I don't think I've seen a Google Doodle on somebody, you know, recently living ever.
It's funny you say recently living. He's been dead for 13 years. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That was 13 years ago. What the fuck happened to time, man?
Even long ago. His daughter's gorgeous. Apparently, she's kind of taken in his footsteps and become a zookeeper.
Yeah. Bindi Irwin. My Bridget watched her
Bindi.
when she was on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, she was on Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah. Yeah, that garbage fucking show.
Yeah. She's very pretty.
Yeah. She's
Well, that's super cool. Well, if you get a chance, check out the Google Doodle. It's an homage to, I think, a great person.
the Goo Goo Doo Doo. I'll check out the Goo Goo Doo Doo. The Goo Goo Doo Doo. Oh, let's go sleep in that bed up there. Rosinka says he was amazing. He was amazing, dude. Still remember where I was and how I heard the news that he had died.
What's that? What'd she say? Sorry.
She said he was amazing, Steve Irwin, and she still remembers where she was and how she heard the news when he died.
Is that kind of like the 9/11 for Australia?
Well, I mean, I actually remember where I was too.
I
was at Pima
idea.
Community College. It was before my philosophy class, and
I don't even remember. I do know right before he died, he was coming out with a new sunscreen that was better for the coral reef in Australia. Did you guys hear about this?
No, I didn't.
Apparently, it didn't do so well because it couldn't keep the rays out.
That's not funny. Oh, that's painful.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, peace. I'll catch y'all. When are you doing? Are you doing the community server tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the nursing home tomorrow, and unfortunately, yeah, I haven't. I guess I haven't mentioned this yet. I'm not gonna be able to stream on Saturday night.
That's fine.
For the first time in my life ever, I have some social thing I need to go to on a Saturday night. Go figure.
Oh, so we can't play without the stream?
Huh?
We can't have a normal game of night, a normal night gaming without. You're not gonna get on and play with me in that stream.
That's right. That's whatever you said exactly.
I'm so tired, dude. My jokes are fucking.
Okay.
Just take yes, Matt.
Yes, whatever you say. I'm not sure what you said, but yes. The answer is yes.
Just don't listen to me, dude. Just say goodnight, and I will see you. So I'm not gonna see you tomorrow. I'm not gonna see you Saturday.
And then I'm in San Francisco all next week, so probably like Friday of next week it will be the next. Yeah, I'm really just not going to have much of a chance to play games or do anything after tomorrow night.
Okay, well. Okay, I guess it is. Well,
man.
I will maybe see you.
Yep. See ya, man. Have a good night.
See you later.
Okay, so there's something. Okay, do I have feather falling? I do. Okay, we'll be fine. Yeah, I want to kind of curve this up a little bit here. And yeah, right, Rosinka, I'm being social. What is this bullshit? I don't know. I like to think of my Twitch time as social time. Hanging out with my favorite people. Okay, so what I am trying to do... Yeah, let's just... We're gonna just kind of puff this whole section out. We want this whole thing to... just kind of come out a little bit more. Not just be this flat little like overhang here the way it is right now. So we'll start by just filling this in with cobblestone, and then as we get to the outer layers that'll actually be showing, we'll mix in some of the other materials. Okay, so, man, I'm just so not good at this. Alright, so let's say we do something like this and like this. Okay, I think at this point we do want to start mixing in. Let's mix in some other materials. Polished andesite, there we go. Okay, and yeah, a little bit like that. Oh, thanks, Rosinka. Yeah, I really do just absolutely love this. Who knows how long I'll do the streaming thing for? Maybe forever. Maybe this is a permanent thing that I'll do for the rest of my life. But even if I don't, I'll always look back on these years with great fondness. Yeah, I have no idea if, you know, any of this is going to look right. The way I look at it, you know, even if I do a shitty job at this terraforming, it's going to look better than it looked. I can't possibly make it look any worse, right? let's get a few more walls.
Each time of year carries memories like a never fading whisper in the
Okay, you know what? Let's just stop here for right now. Let's see how this ends up looking. All right, you know, as I do more of this stuff, I think I'm really starting to get more excited about this fucking scaffolding block. Like, this is kind of shitty. Hooray! Oh, oh, oh. All right. Let's go take a little further step back here and let's just see how things are looking. Yeah, you know, I think it's starting to improve. We're gonna need to kind of fix this little area up here too. But surprisingly, I feel like it is kind of giving me the effect I'm going for, and I think it's gonna work especially well when we get these walls fixed. I think just this this plain cobblestone is not. I think that's gonna need a change. All right, well, let's take an even further step back. Let's go look at it from over here. Oh my god, I hate my little maze here. Okay, well, that was a failure. Bad green robe villager. Okay, so yeah, this would be the next clear place to go. So the way this castle works, or this whatever this built structure is going to be, it's like there's going to be this big gap here. There's a little like overhang hut that's right there. Some of this stuff is just kind of weird. Oh, take it easy, Rasinka. Thanks for hanging out, as always, tonight. It was fun. And I will see you tomorrow night. Yeah, I gotta remember to post something in Discord, just letting the others know that tomorrow night, unfortunately, has to be the night. Well, hopefully that is best for anyone, or for everyone anyways, but yeah, it is going to be nursing home tomorrow night. Am I hearing a cat try to break into my office? Is that you, kitty? Hold on, I gotta go see. Did I hear a cat at the door? Mysterious. I am not sure what's happening out there. Oh, come on. Just get me over here. There we go. And then maybe a few of these. Yeah, let's leave that at that. No, what have I done? Sometimes I hate that feature. Sometimes I hate that feature. Why did I say sometime? Sometime. Yeah, actually that worked out alright. I don't know, when I'm doing this I feel like, oh my god, what am I fucking doing? And then it actually ends up looking not terrible. It's looking better than I expected it to look, we'll put it like that. It's not great. It's not like some phenomenal bullshit. There we go. This is definitely... And some walls, of course. Let's see, when the next update, we'll be able to do some andesite walls. Really excited for all the options we're going to have. But yeah, I'd be able to add andesite walls into this mix. And stairs and all those other good things. Okay, and we're gonna do this. Just let's see, polished. Okay, let's call that good. I feeling all right about that. There, see, now that feels more like an actual natural cliff. And when we change the walls of this to be some type of material that actually just sticks out a little, has some level of contrast, I think it's going to look a lot better. Alright, well, I'm glad I spent a little bit of time doing this. I don't know, I just kind of... I need to get used to doing more of this stuff. Just terraforming and making things look a little more natural. I mean, it is kind of an intriguing concept that I've never been particularly good at. So it'd be good to get some practice and, you know, eventually be able to do some, like, really grand, cool shit with terraforming and popping some awesome buildings on top of some crazy terraform land. Okay, yeah, so from over here, that looks so much better than it looked before. This is a good angle too, because you don't notice as much of the area that wasn't done. Like, it almost, this little segment here at least almost looks complete. And yeah, you can kind of see now how this is clearly a little kind of crumbly cliff. And we're gonna have that building right on top of it. So I think that's the main thing I want to work on this area. Is I want to take this terraforming all the way around the building on all parts, so that we can get some true separation between, you know, where the building starts and where the cliff ends and everything. Let's go ahead and put these blocks back for now. I don't think I'm going to do any more of that, and I'm probably going to be done here in a sec because it's a work night, and it's late, and I need to get to bed. That's right, I need to remember too, we have so much more of these blocks down in our minds. Okay, let's do stone slabs here. We'll probably start incorporating those at some point. Okay, let's put all my blocks back where they go. Alright, well, not the most riveting stream in the world, but I don't know. Hope you guys got some enjoyment out of it. I would apologize for all the political talk, but, you know, that's just where the conversation goes a lot of the times with me and Matt, and yeah, I'm sure some of those debates can get a little grating, but yeah. Oh well. Just one of those nights where, yeah, I didn't. You know, Thursday, Tuesday nights are always kind of tricky. We just don't have enough time to like do anything too crazy, so it's just like, oh, let's do a little bit over here and a little bit over there, and yeah, I am really liking that. Yeah, that is gonna look cool, I think, when it's completely done. Oh, and that's right, got our flower forest. I forgot I marked that there. Alright, well, yeah, good night, everybody. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Thursday night / Friday morning, afternoon, whatever time it is. And I will see you all tomorrow night. Peace out.